I start by thanking you very much for agreeing to be interviewed.
Well, and I am grateful that you wanted to interview me. You've listened to so many of my books. It's just wonderful. I mean, some of them are like, that was 2016.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm not going to remember that.
My first question is, how and when did you become a narrator?
Yeah, so I was a second grade teacher.
Yeah, I read it on your website.
Time. Yeah. And then they did a buyout, so I took an early retirement from that. And I had always been a part-time actress and a full-time teacher, so I started I did a couple movies and commercials and that kind of stuff and some voiceover work. And I live in Michigan, and Brilliance Audio is about 45 minutes from my house. This was, it wasn't that long ago, but 2012 was back in the good old days when you sent in a demo. So I made my little CD, and sent it in, and then they called me in for an audition. So I went in and auditioned, and that's how I got started.
So you started with Brilliance Audio?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I also read something you recorded in 2013. It was the first book of the Scarlett Bernard series.
Oh, yes, Melissa F. Olson. I love her. Yes.
So I loved the series too, but I got angry because I didn't want her to be with Jesse.
Oh, you wanted her to be with Will?
Eli.
Eli. I mean Eli. Right. Not Will, of course. Yeah, I know. I loved Eli too. There was that wonderful book where they did the breakup, you know? Oh, it was so heartbreaking because it was so real.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was just like, look, you're awesome.
Yeah.
And so am I, and it's just not going to work. Oh, God, it was so heartbreaking. But again, that's why I love her so much. She's not afraid to just say the real thing, right?
Yeah, but I got angry because of this.
Well, sure, of course. I mean, and that's what's wonderful about books, right?
Yeah.
Because you do love these people. It's
yeah.
Like, no, he's so good to you. He's so great.
That's true.
Yeah.
The characters, it's like if it was your friends or...
Yeah. You're like, no, Scarlett, look at me. No.
Yeah, that's...
Not
you
Jesse,
want to tell her, not him.
But there's nothing you can do.
I know. So do you record in your own studios or in publishers' studios?
So when I first started in 2012, all of my books were through Brilliance. Yeah. So I went there. So again, it's like 45 minutes from my house. And it's on the lake shore. It's a beautiful area. Because we're in Michigan, so there's lakes everywhere. They're right on the lake shore. Mm-hmm. So that was lovely. And wonderful. It was just because I'm an actress, and there's no job security in acting, right?
That's true.
And you just take your next job when it comes.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things you can do to help. But anyway, it was really great that we were working there quite a bit. There was a little group of us, Kate Rudd, Tanya Eby, Nick Podell, Luke Daniels.
That's fine because you say only names I know.
Yes, Laurel Merlington, Joyce Bean. There were so many of us that were there all the time, and it was very fun. And we all were friends, we saw each other all the time, and we went to lunch together and all that kind of stuff. And the engineers are all really great people. In fact, even now, there are a few of the engineers that are still very good friends of mine.
That's very good.
Yeah, it was sweet because I'm older than most of them, and there was one that came and said, "Amy, does this shirt look okay with these pants?" "Yeah, Adam, you look great." He's like, "Okay." Because I've got a big date tonight. It's so cute. And now, and I was kind of like the auntie or whatever, the mom, whatever you want it, because I'm a little older. And they're all these cute boys. And anyway, they're married and they have kids now. So it's just fun to
that's cute.
See, their lives go by. Yeah.
And you were there for the first day.
There for that date. Does this look okay together? He's a cute boy. So that was really fun to just build those relationships, and of course with casting people, and it was just great. And so mostly worked for Brilliance for a couple of years. And then I started branching out to other producers.
Editors. Yeah. Like
Other producers.
Tantor.
Yes, Tantor and
Yeah.
HarperCollins,
Oh,
Blackstone.
yeah.
Dreamscape is in Ohio. That's close to us.
Hybrid.
Yep. So recorded books
Yeah.
and there's a whole bunch of them that are actually under the same umbrella as
Yeah.
Tantor.
Oh, okay. I thought it was only recorded books and hybrid. No, it's Tantor too.
And Christian Audio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got a whole bunch that they have, under their umbrella. So,
Oh.
yeah. So anyway, I started branching out, and I worked in the guest bedroom closet of my house for a couple of years. I had it all. There was foam in there and my computer and everything. And so I did that. And then now I have a booth. I had a recording booth built.
Yeah.
So that it's small. It's 4x4 and it's in my basement.
So
It is not
better.
It is better. Yep, it's so much better. So anyway, when I started working for other producers, I had to get my own booth. And now really hardly ever anything happens at Brilliance anymore. With the pandemic, everything pretty much went to at-home recording.
Yeah. And that's why it didn't really stop when the pandemic came, because I thought, oh, they're all recording at home.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good thing. I mean, good thing in the bad thing.
Exactly. Yes, you're right. Because so many people either couldn't work or things changed for them, and we were very fortunate. There was a bit of a slowdown for a while.
Yeah. Do publishers contact you? So you told me a little, and do authors contact you or say, I want Amy McFadden to narrate my books?
I do have some indie authors that I have really good relationships with. I just love their work. Kate Nolan does a lot of small town
you
Southern
read a
romance.
lot of Kate Nolan.
Oh, she's so wonderful. I love her. Cindy Kirk is wonderful. I started with her at Brilliance, and then she went indie, so I'm with her. Barbara Freethy, if you like romantic thrillers. Yep, she's great. Lydia Scherer, who writes, Love Lies and Hocus Pocus.
Yes. And what about Camille Paget?
Oh my gosh, love. She's also from Michigan. She's from the Ann Arbor area. I did my first books with her. Yeah, actually through Brilliance.
I think
Brilliance Audio.
Yeah. So when you do a first book, and then they say, oh, I want her to do the other books.
Yeah, so sometimes that happens, and sometimes they switch. Maddie Dawson, I did a lot of her books.
Yeah.
I don't do her books anymore. I don't know who's doing them. But I don't know if you never know, right? Because
I don't know if they're done. In fact,
Maddie Dawson.
Yeah, I don't know if there are other Maddie Dawsons. I don't know.
Oh yeah, she writes. Yeah, she writes. Oh yeah, she is. Oh my God, that woman. The heart and soul in that woman. She's an excellent human being. I really like her.
And you don't know why, or
no,
what?
You don't get to know
that's
why.
Okay. That's like this.
Well, sometimes they'll like Julia Kent, I did a wonderful series for her, Shopping for a Billionaire. That series. Super funny. She's so great. But she uses different narrators for all of her series, which totally makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can't take it personally, or you would just hide in a closet and never come out.
How much time is given to you to record a book?
So it depends on the length of the book, of course.
Yeah.
Often they'll say, I need it by this date, right? Finished files, I need it by this date. So then I manage my own calendar.
Yeah.
So what I try to do is plan on getting 2 finished hours done per day.
Yeah.
And then I build in like 2 extra days.
Oh, yeah, just in case. In case.
Yeah, and you have to read the book first, obviously, and do all your prep work. So you got to count that time in too.
Yeah. And that is my next question. How do you prepare, and how much time does it take? And
it's different for every book. I definitely read the entire book. Not everybody does that. Some people have their own ways of doing it, but I read the book carefully.
The whole book.
The whole book. And I mark
Yeah.
Like it's unclear who's talking, I'll just write the first initial of a character at the beginning of the line of dialogue.
So you don't have to record again to do the right voice.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yep. The thing that helps me the most in the booth, as far as performance goes, is I want to know what's actually going on
Hey,
in the
yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
So, for example, two characters are eating ice cream.
Mm,
Okay, let's go for ice cream. Well, the scene is not about ice cream, right? Is it a
mm,
seduction scene? Are they
hey.
trying to break up? Are they trying to get information from each other? Does
Yes, you
one
have to
person want to
know.
be there and the other doesn't? Yeah, you want to know what's really going on. And of course, you don't want to miss any jokes either, right? So you got to make sure that you get the, you want the whole tone and what everybody's trying to get in the book, right? Like, what does each character want? What are their obstacles? What are you fighting for?
That's also for your intonation.
Yes, for sure.
How much time does a recording session last?
Again, everybody's different. It just
Yeah.
kind of depends on your stamina and, of course, your life, like what time you have. I usually plot out my days with 3 hour-and-a-half sessions with 20-minute to half-hour breaks between.
Yeah.
So I guess that's 4.5 hours in the actual booth in a day, and then there's some, some break time or whatever. But sometimes it'll go a lot faster than that, and sometimes it'll go a lot slower than that,
Yeah,
just
it
depending on the
depends. Yeah,
day.
yeah. Tell me about books you particularly enjoyed recording. So you talked about some authors that you enjoy recording.
The things that the books, I guess, that really click with me like the
Yeah.
best, I guess, are ones that are gritty. There's a lot of plot, but they're also very funny and
Yeah.
often irreverent. Camilla Monk,
Oh, yeah.
her Spotless series. Oh my gosh. It was so fun
Oh,
to
so it's a
record that
funny
series.
book. It's a funny series. Okay, I didn't try because sometimes I'm afraid of romances. I'm afraid it's too, like I say, marshmallows.
Oh no, she is
No,
no no
she's
no no
not.
no 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 no. She's one of the smartest people I've ever met. Well, not met, but
Oh,
cyber. She's
yeah.
one of the smartest people in my life. In fact, the reason it's called Spotless is because the main character Island is this little techie nerd, and she's trying to lose her virginity, and she can't.
Okay, so that's funny.
So the book, like, there's not really a genre.
Yeah.
It's kind of a spy novel, kind of James Bondish. It's also sort of a loving send up, a respectful send up of romances. So the
Oh,
beginning of all the chapters are like a fake excerpt from a
okay.
fake romance novel, like slip of the thong instead of slip of the tongue. Like, it's hilarious, and oh no, it's very good. That series is
Okay.
wonderful.
So I had about the same questions about authors you cited, like Cindy Kirk and Barbara Freethy. I was afraid
Hmm.
it was too marshmallow, so I didn't try. Like Kate Nolan too.
Cindy Kirk, I would say, is the lightest, but her characters do have problems. She deals
Ah,
with infertility and
ah,
something. She actually has a new kind of series that if you're not going for just the pure happy small town
yeah.
romance, she's very good at that. And her first ones that I did with the Good Hope series, but I
Ah,
cannot remember
yeah.
what the name of the first book was. But sh what Cindy is very good at is making you feel like you are in this magical place,
Ah,
like it's Christmas and how it's decorated and everything. It just feels very good. She has a different series. It's called the Pink House. Look at her new ones. They're sort of like a little bit ghosty, kind of. There's like a
huh.
supernatural element to them. They're very fun. If you think of Marshmallow, like, some people absolutely love that. Yeah, she's gentle and it's sweet. But
So it's good. But sometimes it's a little too much for me.
yeah, it's a personal preference, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
yeah.
Kate Nolan gets gritty. She's definitely it's romance. The thing I like about her is she holds her men accountable for things.
Oh.
Like, there's always this, like, a group of guys playing poker, or somebody's mom or whatever be like, oh, you dumbass, you shouldn't have done this and this and that. So yeah, she's so smart. They're not quite as gooey. She makes her characters suffer through some things, you know?
Yeah, it's not, oh yeah, everything is perfect.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
And sometimes that's wonderful. You know,
yeah.
people need that in their lives. Like
Yeah,
life is hard
that's true.
enough, right?
Yeah. No, I like when it's a good end, when they're all happy together. But sometimes it's too easy to say, oh, that's going to happen.
Yeah, you know before the book even starts how it's going to end. Yeah, it is. But that's what romance is, right? Like you're guaranteed that happy ending. So it is, but it's fun to watch them suffer and struggle and have challenges to get to that
are
ending.
happy. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I had, in fact, the same question about Brenda Novak. Because now there are a lot of Brenda Novaks coming.
Yeah, I should have mentioned her I'm actually recording one of her books right now. That's what I'm doing this week. Yeah, so I'm doing the Coyote Canyon series right now. I'm on book 3. I love her too. Again, she makes her characters suffer. They go through some stuff, and they're real people, you know.
Yeah, it's not like everything is written before it starts.
Right. Yes. Right. You don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. She's so wonderful. She's another great human being.
So thanks for adding books and books and books to my wish list.
Good thing Christmas is coming, right?
Yeah, but there are already 74 titles. Yeah.
Ooh, you're going to have to, yeah. We should hang up right now and you should start listening.
So I wanted to ask you about the Camille Pagan books, Life and Near-Death Experience, and Don't Make Me Turn This Life Around. In fact, I just want a confirmation. Is it the sequel?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like 10 years later or whatever it is.
Okay. I want to read the one that came in 2023, and I don't remember the title because I didn't buy it. I didn't yet buy it.
Is it good for you?
Yeah.
She has her own little niche, how she writes.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's good women's fiction.
Yeah.
She's kind of like Maddie Dawson, but Maddie Dawson has a kind of a sweetness to her books.
That's true.
And Camille Pagan has they're funny.
Yeah,
she
funny.
She makes me laugh, but she has more of a practicality to it, to her tone. I really love her, but also both of them are very funny people. They're just a different kind of humor. Mm-hmm.
So my favorite, I always say that my favorite by her is I'm Fine and Neither Are You.
Yeah.
Because I think she really got the ideas of what you feel when you lose someone or when you are challenging your own life.
Yeah, when you have to look at yourself and say, is this what we want?
Yeah.
Is this what I want? And those are really hard questions when you've already built your life with someone.
And she does that very good in this book.
Yes, she does. It is real. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about the Kiki Lowenstein series.
Kiki Lowenstein!
Yeah!
Oh my gosh! Joanna Campbell Slan. That woman is a stitch. Yeah, I have she's my next one. So after this Brenda Novak, then I go on to the next Kiki book, and her titles are so funny.
Oh yeah.
The one I'm doing, I have one of hers that I'm doing the week of Christmas, and it's called Fleece Navi Dead.
In there are two books in which I thought, and I still think, there's a time issue because we meet, like, Martin the cat.
Yes.
When she saves him, and then in the following book, he's not here.
Oh, she doesn't mention him.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you talking about the very first book and the second book?
No. I think it happens in third or fourth. I don't remember which one it happened.
Okay.
And then I asked the author because I was like, how come we don't see Martin? And there was another thing with Rebecca. I think she talked about Rebecca working in the store in Time in a Bottle. And then next book, Rebecca was like, what can I do? I don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
So I went, but we already met her. How come she's new in this book?
Yeah.
And so I told her, and she said, well, it's just a time issue. She was very, very nice. She, on offered me to talk like we're talking now, and then for her, she said she had something in her arm that was very painful. And then she said, I will contact you later so we can talk. And she didn't, but I think she's very busy.
Yeah, that would be fun. I would love to do one with her. If all three of us could talk, that would be so
Oh,
fun.
yeah. So I have a spoiling question. Will Mert be back in Kiki's life?
So where are you in the book?
The last book I read is when Detweiler goes to fetch to get his son.
Oh, okay. So you're a little back.
Yeah, because there are like 2 or 3 books that came out after. I bought them, and I'm keeping them for my Christmas vacations.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. It's like I'm saving the good chocolate for Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
Without spoiling anything, I will say that you learn some things that connect them, that keep them connected.
Yeah.
But remember how
Mert is,
and she's such a fun character to play.
Yeah.
Heart of gold, giant heart, but she's stubborn. So there are, I think that's a really good example of in real life when you have to look at some friendships and say, okay, what else can I do? Is there anything else I can do? No. And if there isn't anything else you can do, you have to wait for the other person, or circumstances to throw you back together.
Yeah.
And when that happens, like all relationships, right, in our lives are rupture and repair, right? Things go wrong and you repair them.
That's true.
And when things get repaired, sometimes they're stronger, but they're never the same.
No, never the same.
Right? Sometimes they're deeper and better because you did that struggle together and you got through that thing together. But sometimes it's like, okay, now I know how close I can be to you. Yeah. So, and remember, I haven't read the whole series either. Like I'm on book 15. So we'll see what happens. But I think that that initial like best friends.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if that will come back. I don't know. Yeah. We have to see what happens and what changes because people change. Yeah, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but like you realize, Kiki through the course of the books gets much healthier, and grows up and gets independent. When you have someone like Mert who comes in and is like, okay, I'm going to show you how to be an actual grown up. But once Kiki establishes her own independence and learns how to adult, quote unquote, you don't need that champion in the same way. And so that's true. Probably hard for Mert too. Like Mert's like, okay, well, who am I? If I'm not your battle axe,
who can I be? To you, question a little weird, but how do you spell Mert? I asked the author because I only read in audio.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't spell it for me.
Aw. M-E-R-T.
That's how I spell it.
It's just the simple way. Yep.
Yeah.
Because you guys, I love the French language. It's really fun, but you people have a lot of letters.
Yeah.
that you don't ever say. And like 75 vowels, and it's just like, oh no, you're still I'm like, wait, how come it took 7 vowels to go I'm not making fun. I'm just because I'm learning, but it's like, whew, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not phonetic, that's for sure.
No, it's not. Like for O, E, A, U.
Yes. And when you're performing, I always listen. There's a website called Forvo, which has actual native speakers speaking English or speaking French, whatever. Yeah. So I listen to them because the way that you pronounce things is
when you have to pronounce. Yeah, that's true. So that's why you
want to sound as authentic as possible.
Yeah. What did I want to say about Kiki again? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get her way to swear because I swear and it's not good to swear. So I tried, instead of saying, holy shit, because I swear in English. So I try to say, holy guacamole. Just like her.
Yes, she does have some good ones. Yeah. Holy cow. That's a big one.
That's a good one too.
One of the holy moly.
Oh yeah, she says too. Holy moly too.
Well, Which I think is just a short holy guacamole, right? Holy
Yeah,
moly, I guess.
certainly, I guess.
I think one of the reasons that I really love the Kiki books, and also totally different kind of books, but
Yeah.
the A.F. Carter,
Oh yeah, I love those books.
oh gosh, she's so good.
I don't
Yeah, the
remember the
yards, all of
hostage,
us
the
have a
yards. Yeah,
hostage. Yeah, I really love books that are set in the Midwest because I'm from Michigan,
yeah. So
and it's my normal accent, but there's also I understand those people, right? I
yeah,
understand those blue collar, salt of the earth, Midwest people, right?
way
There's
of
nothing
being.
fancy about them, right? Yeah, so I really enjoy those kinds of
Yeah, I love
books.
those, and I'm angry because Boomtown is not available in France.
Oh, why not? Oh,
I
that's
don't
too
know.
bad.
I don't know because one day they told me territorial rights, but some books that are not available in France, I mean on Audible FR, are available on Kobo. So I don't think
Okay.
it's always territorial rights, but I don't know what it is about Boomtown. Maybe it's territorial rights.
Do you think it will eventually come
I
to
hope.
you?
I also loved Motherland by Leah Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
I especially loved the cultural shock
Yeah.
between the two, between Rachel. I don't remember the name of the mother.
The husband. Oh, the mom. Swati?
Yeah. Oh,
I think
yeah.
her name was Swati. Well, right.
Yeah.
That's another time where it's just nobody's really wrong.
Yeah.
They're just so different.
One of my friends who likes English accent and not American accent finally bought it on Audible, and she said, "Oh yeah, the narrator is fine."
I got fine. That's good.
Yeah.
I will take it. I will take fine.
Yeah, because she loves English accent and not American accent, and I'm totally different. So I tell her, "Be careful, you won't like the accent," and she said, "No, that's fine." Oh, fine.
Okay. Okay. I'll
So you
take
can
it.
be, yeah.
Yay.
It's a compliment. Oh yeah, about the series, The Stillwater General Hospital by Lucy Kerr. Did you
When you sent
record
me,
book 2?
well, it's not anywhere, right? So,
No.
because I looked that up too. I know, and she's so good in Frankie. I
Yeah.
love the name. I love the main character.
Yeah.
That was 2016, and I did an Audible search for her yesterday, and I didn't see any more books because I thought, well, maybe they gave the rest of the series to somebody else, which is fine.
But I thought there were only 2 books.
That's what I
No.
saw when I looked it up.
Oh, you recorded book 1, but what happened to book 2? Did you record it?
No.
Oh no. So
Mm-mm.
maybe it's not available because it hasn't got recorded?
Yeah, I guess. Let me look
Oh.
at that again because I just looked at that yesterday. And
Because it was not available, but I didn't know if it was not recorded or if there was another reason.
yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it just didn't sell enough or
Maybe.
something. They're really good. I don't know why they
Yeah.
wouldn't sell, but
That's sad. I really like the book 1.
me too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have an anecdote about Kate Alice Marshall, I Am Still Alive.
Tell
That
me.
book
Tell me.
traumatized me.
Elizabeth, me too.
Because this poor girl witnessing the murder of her father with those men, terrible men, and then what I really hated, the dog dying.
Mm-hmm.
I love the dog.
I think it was the hardest book I ever. It was the hardest time I ever had getting through a scene for sure.
Yeah.
I think I've done over 800 books.
And then I saw other Kate Alice Marshalls that seemed good, that interested me, but I couldn't buy any.
Oh, yeah, I haven't done any more of her books. I don't know who did them.
It's Carissa Vacker. Well, she did some of them, but not all of them. There are several narrators. I remember Carissa Vacker because I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
That book shocked me.
I don't even know how many times I had to record the scene with the dog. 7, 8. I mean, I was sobbing.
Yeah, I understand.
Sobbing. Yeah, and that's not what the audience wants to hear. Like, they don't want to hear me crying.
No.
So I was like fighting so hard to bury that. Like, it was, whew, it was rough.
Yeah. Must be because I was sobbing too, but I could sob in my bed.
Right. Well, and remember, I read the book already. So
Yeah.
I had already sobbed.
But
And then when I got to performance, it's so, viscerally there for you. And it's first person. So you're just,
yeah. And then she says, yeah, but I couldn't have taken him back with me because, okay, but.
That is the definition of heartbreak right there.
About the series, Debutante Dropout Mysteries, I have another anecdote.
Tell me. Mm-hmm.
So I bought book 1 to try. I loved. So I bought book 2 and book 3. But book 4 and 5 were not available. So I said, okay, I don't know, maybe it might disappear, so I'll buy book 6. And then, I don't know maybe my prayer got through, and book 4 and 5 got available, so I was
Buy.
Yeah,
click.
So I bought them very, very fast.
That's so weird. Why would it do that?
I don't know. I tell you because maybe you know, but no, you don't know.
I'm so sorry. No, so the way that narration works, for the most part, is I get paid per finished hour. So if the book is 8 hours, I get a certain rate times 8, right? And then I'm done. I don't make any more money. And so I don't really know what happened.
What happened then?
Yeah, like all the distribution and the various places to distribute things and what goes to a library, what doesn't. I'm not on that back end. So you know way more than I do.
It's the same thing. One day I was like, oh no, it's a book read by Andy Arndt, and it wasn't available. It was available. And then just when I wanted to buy it, it was not.
What?
So I wrote to her, do you know something about this? She said, no, I don't know. I don't understand. So I wrote to Audible, FR, and I said, I don't understand that it was available and that's not, and it got available again.
Good
so
job.
I bought it. I don't understand what happened. And I liked it because if you don't like it, you're like, oh no. I battled
after all that work.
Yeah. So fortunately, I liked it.
Yeah, Andy lives in Michigan too. She moved here a couple years ago.
Oh.
She's just about 20 minutes from me.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
I
she's wonderful.
I really appreciate her job. She does very, very nice job.
Oh, yeah, she's amazing.
So, Lydia Scherer, Lily Singer, we talked about it. I have a question, but I think you don't know the answer.
Okay.
So there's a book in this series, A Study in Mischief, that is not available. Did you record it? It's a novella, I think.
Yeah.
It's like 2.5, I think.
Yeah, it's the cat.
Cat Magic is available.
Because I think that's another first-person POV from Sir Kit. Yes, I have it in my head now. It's the whole, yes. God, I love her.
Yeah.
So fun.
Lily and Sebastian.
Well, I know. I really love Sebastian.
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
So, and for a moment, I didn't like Madame Barrington.
Oh, really? Tell me why.
Well, I think she was too harsh with Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
And she always seemed like the very good person, all neat and good and nice, and I think it was too much. She was getting on my nerves. Yeah, I'm perfect, Mrs. Barrington. No.
Yeah, I mean, but you learn more, right, as you go along.
Yeah, like when you learn everything about why her mother left with her, why she never saw her father, and when Lily was very, very mad at her mother for telling her nothing, and then, but...
To me, these are the best books. I mean, in general, the best books are when nobody's wrong. Everybody's just coming from a different context, a different goal, and that's life, right?
Yeah.
Like it
that's
clashes.
Totally life.
And she makes you wait. Like it's a long wait. You know?
And you think, Lily's mother, she's not that good. And then you learn why, and
And she's a warrior.
She is.
You're like, oh, she's just this little mom out in this farmland raising these kids
Hey,
somewhere in the
hey,
South.
not
She like
only.
totally gave up on her life, and it's like, nope,
No,
no, she did not.
no, no. So when I think it's book 8, got out, I was very, very happy because it was 20 hours long. I was like, yes!
Yes, and actually, this is a great story. So
Yeah.
Lydia and I were talking on the phone, and she had
Oh.
scheduled me, and I had a
Uh-huh.
week because she thought the book was going to be approximately 10 to 12 hours.
And it was
So
20 hours.
and it was 20 hours.
Ah.
So I did not know what to do because I had given her like a 12-hour book, that's
Yeah.
that's a solid week. That's,
Yeah.
7 to 9 days
To
in my
record.
calendar. And that's a
Yeah.
lot. So,
Yeah.
I and made sure that I had enough time, whatever. And then she's like, oops, the book's this many. I'm so I actually had to do half of the book and then the other half like 6 weeks later because I didn't have any room in my schedule.
Ugh.
Yes, it was awful. And I couldn't move other things. They weren't
Yeah. Because
movable.
they were scheduled. Yeah.
Right. So I had to do it that way. And oh my gosh, I know it was, I'd read the whole thing, but then I had to go,
that's
yeah.
terrible because you have to get back inside.
Now, luckily, it was book 7 or 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I know these people in my guts, right? Like I know them. So
yeah, you spend a lot of time with them.
Hours and hours and hours. Yes. So, but it was so funny. She's like, oops.
Oh.
The book's just accidentally twice as long as it was supposed to be. So she keeps promising me she's going to keep it as, 12 hours. And like, it's not going to be 12 hours. It's not going to be 12 hours. So I give her extra time in my schedule now. And I'm like, okay, I can fill it later if I have to, or I have some vacation time, but I am giving her more time.
It's sad because book 9 is like 2 or 3 hours. Boo!
Is that one of the novellas?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'm recording another one in January for her.
Yeah! I hope it's a long one.
It's going to be a long one.
Yeah! Okay, so do you remember books for which you had to stop recording because the emotion was too strong? So you told me about the Kate Alice Marshall. Yeah, I'm Still Alive.
For sure, that one. There are books, yes. I'll tell you, the Marnie Baranuik files.
Oh, yeah, I tried
from your Oh, really? You didn't like them?
I tried book 1. I liked, but I thought, oh, she's getting on my nerve, like going, she absolutely want to be with her vampire.
Okay. I get that. Without giving away plot stuff, but I love those books.
Oh.
She's so funny. It's my sense of humor. It's just that irreverent. And so like she's such a mess all the time.
Yeah, I liked it, but only that aspect. I thought maybe it will get me angry like the Scarlet Bernard series, so I won't try to.
Okay, I get it. But I've had to stop for her for sure for laughing. Tara Civic. Tara Civic is so funny, and there are definitely times when I've been like, "Oh my god, I'm laughing so hard." Camilla Monk too in the Spotless series. There are times like, "Oh my, I have to stop, guys. I'm sorry. I'm dying here." And then there are times. There's a book I did called "All the Things We Never Said" by Mark Levy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't read it because I don't like the author. It's a French author. And I read, I read some books by him in French, but I don't really like him because he's too, like I said, not like too marshmallow, but too, we can guess from the beginning what's going to happen.
Yeah, so this one
was not like that. I didn't read it, so I can't say.
That. It's about a girl's relationship with her father. I don't want to say too much, but it was nothing like anything I'd ever read before. And I definitely stopped a couple times in that one just because it was so kind of heartbreaking. Not in a devastating way, like
but
I'm
in a
still
thinking
alive
way.
And that relationship with, it's hard. Relationships with dads are often difficult, right? Especially men who are, I would say older, 60s, late 50s, 60s, whatever. they're not necessarily good at saying what they think or feel. It's hard because especially those of us who, obviously you are very emotional, you get into these, books are the reason you love them is because they make you feel all these things. And so it's like we're not speaking the same language as our daddies in a way. I really enjoyed that book, and that was one that I definitely stopped a couple times, like, whew.
Maybe I'll try it, because I only read like his 2 or 3 first, and then I said, oh no, stop. So maybe I'll try this one.
If you don't like it, quit. You don't obviously don't have to finish it, but yeah, it's an interesting premise that they have. So.
Do you record under another name? Because I know other people do, like Andy Arns.
Yeah, so my pseudonym, I have 2.
Oh, you have to. So I have a lot of books that I can find read by you. That's why I asked this question.
So one of them is Neva Navarre. Those are for, I don't do erotica per se, but just a little sexier, racier, skinnier.
Yeah.
And then sometimes an author will ask for my pseudonym because of the other books I've done. Yeah, and so then maybe those books really aren't as steamy. Yeah. But anyway, a lot of rom-com, a lot of that. Annika Martin is one of my authors that I use my pseudonym for. And she's amazing. Yeah, very funny.
And how do you spell your pseudonym? That's for my searching on Audible.
So you can laugh at me since you're French. So my paternal grandmother's name was Jeanette Navarre. She was French.
Yeah, that's French.
I'm not sure if it was me or the publishers, but sometimes it's spelled Nevarre.
Oh, and
sometimes and then sometimes it's spelled Navarre, I think.
So it should be an A. So I'll try both.
Yeah, Neva. That was my other grandmother is Syrian, so that's her name. And then Navarre was my paternal grandmother's last, maiden name. So I put those 2 together. Mm-hmm.
And Neva is Neva?
Yes.
So you have one pseudonym or...
Oh, and then I have another one, CCD.
I think I saw that one.
I had set that up for if I did things that were not just clean, but had a Christian sort of bent. But then there's this very fun series that I do called Grand Slam Murders is one of them, by R.J. Lee, the Bridge to Death mystery series.
Okay.
And for some reason, I don't know how this happened, but I thought those were going to swing Christian, but they didn't. And so I used CCD. I don't know what the publisher said or the synopsis. Something made me think that. So that's under CCD. And in fact, no, they weren't Christian. They're just
thrillers?
Fun and southern. They're kind of fun, sort of wacky amateur sleuth. They're great. It's like, in a way, it's like Kiki. So, so the lead character solves all these mysteries and is always there when somebody dies.
Yeah, like Kiki.
But Kiki. But her husband is a homicide detective, and her dad is the sheriff. So so it's very fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I'll try. And what are you currently recording? But I think you said it.
The Messy Life of Jane Tanner by Brenda Novak.
You're lucky because you already answered to the next question. It was, can you tell me, according to the list I sent you, could you tell me other books I could like that you recorded? You pretty much answered to that. You talked
Chelsea
about...
Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, I liked one, Chelsea Chelsea.
Yeah, I've got another one coming up with her, Little Creeping Things.
Yeah, that's the one I read.
Maybe The Summer She Went Missing?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I know. Definitely an author you should. Do you like YA?
Oh,
titles?
Yeah.
Like thrillers, mystery. Yeah. April Henry. I'm surprised you haven't.
She's not available on Audible FR.
Okay, that's why.
I wanted to. What I do is I go on audible.com and I see what my favorite narrators recorded, and then I search for them on Audible FR.
Okay.
So if books are not available, but that I like them, I try to stalk them.
Okay. It's too bad because I know that a lot of April Henry's books are in the libraries.
But in France, we don't have... I wanted to rent American audiobooks, but we can't because in France, they don't have them or maybe with, I don't remember the site, OneDrive. I don't remember the name of the
Oh yeah,
website.
Overdrive.
But you cannot get a membership if you're not living in the USA. It's the same thing with Chirp. I think the name of the site is Chirp, where you can buy books, but not if you're not living in USA. But one time it was funny because one of those books were available in an English store in Great Britain, and so my husband could buy it for me, so I was happy.
Oh, thank you, husband.
So, another question. Are you careful with your voice in everyday life?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I
that's one
guess.
of the things about being a narrator. Like,
Yeah.
I don't go to concerts.
Yeah, me too.
I don't go to bars that are noisy. I don't like restaurants where you have to yell at each other during
Yeah,
dinner. I like quiet restaurants.
yeah. Like me.
Yeah, you're a listener, so you're very
Yeah,
auditory anyway, so
yeah,
it's too much. So
yeah,
yeah, I don't want to have to scream. Yeah, drink a lot of water. I drink a
yeah.
lot of water.
I
Yeah.
guess you don't smoke.
Smoking is not good.
No. Do you have other activities implying your voice? I guess voiceovers, or maybe you don't do that anymore.
No, I do when that work comes to me. I do like a lot of training videos for like
Yeah.
hospitals and banks and corporate world when people have to do webinars and their training stuff. I do those. I did a couple voiceovers for Ford because I'm in Detroit. I do actually enjoy that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. It's very fun, and because narration is such a marathon, it's fun to do those little 30-second spots, right? It's like
Yeah.
you can just make it perfect. It's just
Yeah.
quick. Yeah, those are fun.
What are your hobbies?
So what happened was I turned my hobbies into my career, right?
So you
Acting.
loved reading, you loved acting.
Yeah, so I was a teacher for a long time, and obviously I have a degree in acting also and specialized training in that. I really enjoy decorating. That's a very fun thing for me to do. I like doing that at my house and other people's houses. I like doing projects like let's build this, let's fix that. That stuff is fun for me, and I don't know, maybe not for other people. I really like going out to dinner with my friends.
Yeah.
I just think that's fun. Just sit and talk. I don't like
Yeah.
going to the movies as much
Yeah.
because you're not talking. Like you're just sitting in a dark room, not paying attention to each other. I mean, that's fine every once in a while, but it's just not the same. I like connecting with people, I
Yeah,
guess.
so
That's
you're a little like me.
I live alone, I work alone. So when I have free time, I want to be playing with other people.
Yeah. Maybe I told you that, but when I first saw your website, there was something that made me laugh like 5 or 10 minutes. It's when you say you don't like hearing people eating bananas.
Yes. Are you with me?
I don't understand, but it made me laugh.
It's so gross. It's just gross.
Like,
yeah, like. Oh, it's just disgusting. Yeah. I mean, that's an annoying thing about me that I hate is that I don't like listening to people eat crunchy foods either.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a name for it, like misphonia or dysphonia
Yeah,
or something like.
Yeah, in French we say misophone, so maybe it's misphonia.
Yeah, it makes me nuts. Like I can't think.
Yeah.
I can't function when I'm hearing that. Like it's really hard.
I'm not gonna laugh because no, it's not like just a funny joke. It really hurts you.
No, it is funny though. Like I understand that but it is funny. Like it's like I put it on there to be funny. Like it is sort of ridiculous. Like really, that's the worst thing in your life, Amy? I think you're doing pretty well. Like you're okay. People who are listeners, people who are oral, people, like noises are a big deal to us. Like I had to go to I know me. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm the same way. It's just how you process information, and other people don't like bright lights or too much color or it's just whatever, however you are.
Is there something you wish to add?
I'm just really grateful when people listen and feel something from what I do. It's a big deal to me. Like this interview is very fun for me too because again, I work alone. I'm in the booth alone, but I always have someone in my head. Like I'm picturing talking to
listener.
a person. Like I'm telling you this story.
Yeah.
And of course, some people are going to like my work. Some people are not going to like my work.
Yeah.
That's totally
Yeah.
fine. I get that. That's normal. I really love the idea that people who are not eyeball readers because
Like,
they don't have time, because they don't want to, because their eyes don't work,
yeah.
for whatever reason, if they aren't visual readers, they still get to feel all these things and have this whole world open to them. It makes me really happy, even just because of time, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
they're listening in the car at the gym because
Yeah.
that's the only way they have time.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel like a lot of people think like actors are, oh, they're selfish, or they just want fame, or they want
Ah,
attention. We're not, I promise, we're just, that's not true. Like what we really want is to make other people feel something, right? Like be a human being, connect with a feeling, with a thought, with your life, whatever. And so it makes me happy when I know that that's
when you
happening.
know that it's the same thing that French actors tell me.
Mm.
They tell me the same thing. So I believe you.
Thank you
I
for
know it's
believing
true.
me.
I know it's true. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. It was really, really fun.
Thank you. It was very, very nice to talk to you.
Nice to
I'm
talk to you
s-
too.